Is guessing the correct answers to our viewer-submitted trivia in the cards?
Or will we be lost in the shuffle? It's that time again, Paula.
What time?
Time for light snack, and then followed by nap, actually.
Yes.
And finally, ending the afternoon with some viewer-submitted board game trivia.
This is a great day. A snack, a nap, some viewer-submitted trivia that so far I think I've got the winning track record for.
That is unfortunate truth. Yes.
I'm good at this.
Either you're good at this, or just you're less bad at this than your opponent is.
Here's what I think it actually is. I don't think I know more of the answers than you. I think I just bet in a more reasonable way than you do.
I don't know whether I agree with you or not. In fact, no, I disagree 1,000,000%. I think my problem is I have actually been putting too much thought into my wagers. That's gotta be it. Yes. So, just to mix things up this time, I'm gonna mix up my wagers. I'm going to randomly select my wagers.
Okay, that's an interesting strategy. I think I will not, because I think I'm winning because I'm betting well.
Well, we'll see.
Guess we'll find out.
Guess we will find out. I should also explain how this works. So what are these three lovely things going to be used for? Well, we start the game each with 10 chips, which represent our points. And the goal of the game is to end the game with the most points. One might think from my past experience that the goal of the game is to bust and end with no points, but no, the goal of the game is to end with the most of them. We will be shown a series of questions submitted by viewers, each of which will have 4 possible answers, A, B, C, and D, which we will pick using our A, B, C, and D cards. How will we earn chips, I hear you ask?
How will we earn chips, though?
That's an excellent question. We have for that these cards. We got a 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, each of which will be the amount of chips we wager on a question. However, twist, we have an A, which is all in, and we have a joker, which is wild. Any amount we want, greater than 0, to bet.
Man, you had to throw in that greater than 0.
Yes. Note, we have 7 cards, but only 6 questions.
Okay, so 1 will not be used.
Yes.
And what happens if you you bet and you lose and you need to get rid of more chips than you have?
If the number of chips that you have available is not enough to cover your wager, or you would bust.
You go to debtor's prison?
Instead, you lose nothing, no chips. And your opponent gains an amount of chips equal to what you would have lost.
Okay.
And debtor's prison.
And debtor's prison. I mean, it's only fair.
Stakes are pretty high. But I think this is it. I think this is my key to success. This right here.
Are you gonna be like a Magic player and you're just gonna keep shuffling them the whole time?
I'll be good. And thusly, I believe that we are ready for question number 1.
I'm so ready.
Okay. I will let you do the honors of reading our first question from Greg.
Greg says, which bird is on the cover of Wingspan? Is it A, a roseate spoonbill, B, great crested flycatcher, C, scissor-tailed flycatcher, or D, ash-throated flycatcher? I bet it's one of the flycatchers because it's on there 3 times.
Unless, hear me out.
Unless the trick is the trick.
What do you know about Greg?
I know that he spells his name with 3 G's. Just like his internet connection. I mean, his cell phone? Whatever. Look, okay, they're not quality jokes. Answer the trivia. I have not randomized, and maybe I think I know this, maybe I don't.
I'm doing a bad job at shuffling my cards. Here, you pick one. I'm gonna let you do the honors.
Oh, now it's my fault.
Well, no, I was just I saw them all, so I
know what we both bid.
Oh! You looked at it when you...
Yeah, but I already locked mine in, but I know what it is.
But you have...
I'm locked in. I think I know what this is.
When it comes to the flycatchers, it could really be any one of them. There's only one solution.
This is why you keep losing, Chaz. If I pick the right answer for you, I am going to be mad.
Mad with happiness. Pride,
I
perhaps?
think I picked the right answer for you. I looked.
You looked again!
And it's the same as what I chose.
What did you choose?
C, the scissor-tailed flycatcher.
So did I.
I chose it for both of us.
Well, let's find out if that
I'm
was a good choice.
pretty sure it's the scissor-tailed. Well, because its tail is kind of like this.
Like a scissor?
Yeah.
The real answer is C, scissored-tailed flycatcher. Woohoo! I got it right.
I'm so angry. I'm furious.
The system works.
I think the system is failing.
What did I win?
6 points.
6
But
points.
I went in with 10.
Oh.
So, because I felt pretty confident. Take me to Vegas, yo. Next question. Sheldon Boyarski, thank you for submitting this.
He's also on Blue Sky,
So proud.
where his profile, he is trying to look in the camera and the laptop at the same time. Can't do it. Is Boyarski at Blue Sky. You know, it's whatever you see on
It's on screen.
It's on screen.
Just type it in. What Halloween costume company has branched out from making masks, clothing, and props into board games? A. Trick or Treat Studios. B. Ravensburger. They started out making a lot of bird costumes, actually. They specialized in the scissor-tailed flycatcher.
It is all
C. Silver Shamrock. Or D. Halloweenia.
You get the honor. You may.
I need to lock in my bet first.
My body. You know, I guess you're right. I am going to shuffle these cards the whole time.
Yeah.
Here comes the wager.
I've put this one in.
Is that the one you're not picking?
That's the one I'm picking, and I won't look at it this time.
All I need to do now is start paying attention to the actual questions.
I think I know the answer to this. My world will be rocked if I'm wrong, but it is possible.
You know, if I wasn't paying attention to the question.
Don't make me choose the answer again. I'm just gonna beat myself. This time we do have different answers.
To the answer machine. Did you know that the Halloween costume company that has branched out from making masks, clothing, and props into board games is A. Tricking or Treating Studios?
Trick or Treat Studios, baby!
I think, okay, well.
You guessed Silver Shamrock. I don't know why you would think that.
I don't know how
That's funny because I bet all in too, but I did it on purpose.
I think I need to start trying more at this game. So, you get.
I can't breathe.
You get whatever.
You did this to yourself.
How many chips you got there, buddy?
Well, I had 20 and I went all in and I got it right. So now I'm gonna have 40.
Plus-
I don't. Are there enough chips?
Plus 16.
I think I'm gonna need some of your chips.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go get sick.
Chaz is angrily getting more chips from me right now. That's what he's doing off camera. You can probably hear it. You brought this on yourself.
It's my family motto. There's your winnings. And here's just more chips, because I think you're gonna need them.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dun, da, 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 da. All right, what's next, Chaz?
I just came to a realization. If I get the Joker, what's the Joker gonna be? So I'm just saying it now up front for this round and the rest of the game. If the Joker comes up, it's all in.
Okay.
Okay? And we start over from scratch.
Nope, too late. Read the question.
Hey, from a friend of the show, Rich Summer.
Hello, Rich. Thanks for the question.
Rich contacts us with this question to say, Merle Robbins is credited designer of the card game Uno. What was his day job?
I think it's card game designer.
Maybe go with that. Because, or A, restaurant manager.
Okay.
B, barber. Scissor tail barber, perhaps.
Oh, the scissors, it's all connected.
Funeral director is C, or D, math teacher? You know, I'm not giving you the satisfaction.
Yeah, well, take responsibility for yourself, Chaz. I have put in a bid and an answer, and I did it backwards, but that's okay because they're there. They're locked in, and I will not be changing it now.
Okay, ma'am, what was your thought process?
Well, I thought there's a lot of numbers in Uno. So maybe Merle was a math teacher, D.
Oh, wow. I came up with the same conclusion just because I thought the name Merle sounded like someone who would be a math teacher.
I think Mr. Robbins sounds more like a math teacher, which is still his name.
It still works. Well, it's gotta be D. It all makes sense.
It's gotta be D.
Is it even worth checking the answer?
No, I think we just get it right and we get some points.
Let's check the answer. It is B.
He was cutting hair and shaving faces?
It was cutting hair and shaving faces. Please be all in.
No, I already did my all in, but it was the other one I had the most of that wasn't wild. I bid 8. I lose 8 points. How many did you bid?
Server says.
And right now, you're just broke.
Sure.
You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This episode's weird. Sean Ewing, who has a Blue Sky account, which is Sean Ewing, oddly enough.
Funny how that works.
Freaking out. Sean Ewing has a question that Paula will read.
Spiel, often called the Essen Game Fair, is the world's largest public fair for board games. What year did the fair first take place? Was it A, 1988, B, 1983, C, 1991, or D, 1974? Now, I feel like there was just one of those, like, anniversary years that happened for Spiel. And if that's the case, then...
All we need to figure out is what year is it now?
You know, it all starts to muddle together.
I think this can be figured out by just a little tiny bit of deductive reasoning, okay? The Spiel is in Essen. Essen has 5 letters. Those
This is
5
why
letters,
you lose.
5 letters is an odd number. B and C are both odd number answers. So is 1983 or 1991 more plausible? I think that board games became really popular around 95 with Catan, which means I don't think the Spiel would have been around all the way since the early 80s. So it's got to be C, 1991.
Well, I'm glad. It's okay. I locked in. I now am worried that my answer is really wrong.
Because of my airtight reasoning.
Yeah, but I might be right. And I do need to say that I have bet, just so everyone knows now, I bet my wild card. So, and I've got a lot here. So I think I'm betting 20 on this.
I dare you to go all in.
I won't go all in, but okay, 40.
Did you say 40? You have more than 40?
Yeah, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yes.
Well, let's bridge that gap. Let's bridge that gap by finding out that the real answer
Oh no!
B. It was 1983.
The problem is, I'm pretty sure it was just like a 50th or a 60th year kind of situation. So I was like, but it was just 2024, which means it's the one that ends in 4. Whatever, it would have made it really long. And when you started talking about Catan, and I was like, there's no way Essen's been around since the 70s. And so it makes sense that it was the 3 and not the 4, because it wasn't this past year that was the anniversary, it was 2 years ago.
And I also got it wrong.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye points.
Fret not, you get 4 more back.
Oh, because you were wrong?
Because I am wrong and broke.
Oh, yay.
Life imitates art.
Wow, oh, how the mighty have fallen. And then I still let you goad me into betting basically all my points.
You know what? Maybe my problem up to this point hasn't been overthinking my wagers. It's been not goading you enough. Ooh.
You got me to behave how you normally do with your bets, and that's how I lost.
Rude. I'm taking you out of the equation this time, Rudy Rudson. I'm going to roll a die to determine which one I use as my wager. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Survey says it's a 3.
It's the middle card.
I left it up to the fates. Fates have never done me ill yet. Except for a lifetime of medical emergencies. Other than that, though, it's just...
That's not fate, that's just bad luck. What's the next question?
No. Hold on, scene partner. It's not fate. It's just bad luck.
Yeah. I think luck and fate are different.
Do tell.
Because fate is destiny. Luck is just some like whim of a weird thing that happens to you.
Like, I don't know, destiny?
Luck is not destiny.
No.
No, luck is not destiny. Do we need to have a full episode about this? Luck and destiny are not the same thing. Luck is a random occurrence. Destiny is something that you are meant to do and no matter what happens, will happen to you.
So luck is not predestination or
Correct.
predetermination.
Correct.
I'm going to let you off on a technicality.
Thank you. Just why I keep winning because I'm destined to, and you keep losing because you have bad luck.
Question. What's the question? This question comes from Matt Leacock, who I don't think is the game designer Matt Leacock. However, the question itself does reference game designer Matt Leacock. Also, Matt Leacock has an Instagram, which is it's written on screen, which also turns out is not Matt Leacock, the game designer's Instagram. Another nail in the coffin of that theory. And the question is this. What is the name of the ancient peoples that the adventurers are pursuing in Matt Leacock's Forbidden series? A, the Arawa.
Okay, I'm going to say right now, I hope that's not it because that's impossible to pronounce, Matt.
B, the Aegeans. C, the Archeans, or D, the Araku? I don't know if I pronounced any of those right.
I've got a bid.
I'm going with this one because that's the card I picked. I came up with B.
I almost went B because there's like the Aegean Sea. And in Forbidden Island, you're sinking into the water. And I was like, maybe it's based on that.
That's much better of a theory than what I came up with.
Then I was also like, maybe it's actually the Archaeans
Okay.
because that's kind of like archaeology.
Oh, also good.
And that like, and you're getting relics like an archaeologist might. So maybe he named them after that. And so I ended up going with
C.
C.
Okay. Well, let's see just how torn you should be because the real answer is the Archaeans. Oh no.
I only bid 2 though because I was not confident.
Wow. To your 2, you can add 2 more.
Oh my goodness, it's so nice and even. I'm making the wings of the scissor-tailed flycatcher here. Hello, Hexstar Dragon. Thank you so much for submitting this question. You can go check out Hexstar Dragon's partner, who is, fun fact, the designer of Wingspan, Connie VDC, over on Blue Sky. That's on screen right now. Here's the question. In the Board Game Geek Top 100 games, the most common label for in-game currency is coins at 11 instances. How many other terms are used in at least 2 games? So I'm going to guess, like space bucks, income, monies.
I've definitely heard space bucks before from a mutual friend. And what are our options?
Okay, so is it A, 9 other ways of saying coins in at least 2 games, B, 7, C, 8, or D, 5?
Now let me get this extremely confusing question correct. This is not saying that 9, 7, 8, or 5 other games have some reference to coins is saying that there is some term that is used in at least 2 other games, and it is used 9, 7, 8, or 5 times.
How many different terms for coins are used in games at least twice? So how many other terms are used in at least 2 games?
But
so
not coins.
But not coins, because coins is used in 11 games.
So to boil this question down to its essence, it's asking us, how many times is some word used?
Something that means coin.
Something that means coins.
But isn't called coin.
But isn't coins.
And it's used in at least 2 games.
So it's another phrase that's been coined.
Yes. Look, Hexar Dragon, we're doing our best.
Here, in the spirit of doing my best, why don't you pick my wager randomly and secretly?
Same. I have no idea what I bid. He'd bet what? But now what's the answer?
Well, C is my answer.
Yep, makes sense. Checks out. I said D because I was trying to think. I know there's 100 games in there, but if you're not using the word coins, maybe you're using the word income or gold.
Coinlet?
But then maybe it's coinlet.
Well, the real answer to all our problems is A, 9. So, how many chips did you lose?
I don't know. 4.
And how many chips did you get back from my being busted? 10. Bugger.
Thank you so much for joining us today for Lost in the Shuffle.
If you're still here, consider subscribing because you're obviously either enjoying it or asleep at this point. So be sure to also check out GameNightPicks.com where you can go and set up your next game night, vote on the games you want to play, and organize your board game collection, and get this, more.
Whoa.